A dimly lit room held a glowing monitor that cast flickering light over a cluttered desk where a notebook lay open. In the kitchen nearby, bowls of food sat untouched, waiting. The young man's thoughts drifted between the many obligations life demanded and the equally long list of desires he wished to pursue. At that moment, he was engrossed in a computer game, his mind wandering to distant places. He pictured himself perched on a high cliff overlooking endless horizons, yearning for adventure and travel. Then his thoughts shifted to friends, imagining laughter-filled nights, clinking glasses, craving more moments shared with them. Softly, he envisioned holding the hand of a girl, the warmth of a date stirring a gentle smile on his lips. He pondered the frustrating limitation of being able to do only one thing at a time, remembering a long-time wish, to have not just one body, but two. Suddenly, his clone materialized beside him, confirming the fulfillment of that dream. Outside, the busy streets bustled with people going about their day. A bully sneered confidently, boasting that once awakened he'd gain a powerful and impressive skill. Nearby, his friend chuckled, hoping for something that could boost intelligence. The boy walked through the crowded city, fatigue weighing on him. He averted his gaze, desperate to reach home and escape the overwhelming noise. Surrounded by the throng, he longed once more for a second body to share the load. At that moment, a man raised a microphone calling for everyone's attention. The A-class hunter lifted his gaze and announced that he would oversee the government's new initiative, the 10th Portal Awakening Program. A surge of lightning crackled around the man's frame as he explained the program's goal: to help individuals awaken their latent abilities by stepping through a mysterious portal. With a wave of his hand, Bonte encouraged the city's residents to succeed in their awakening and declared the start of the process. The first group lined up, tension mounting. Sonu raised his eyebrows, realizing his turn was imminent. A girl, holding paperwork, approached, greeting him and confirming his number and group placement. He responded that he was number 7 in the 37th group. She scanned his hand with the device and gestured toward the portal, instructing him to enter. Leaving his gear behind, the young man stepped forward into the swirling darkness. Bolts of bright lightning erupted from the black rift as bystanders watched with wide eyes. Closing his eyes tightly, Sonu reached his hand into the portal. The system began identifying him. Soon a confirmation appeared. Registration complete. His eyes snapped open, hand pressed to his forehead, a sharp pain flooding his senses. He staggered, realizing he'd momentarily lost consciousness. When he came to, he found himself inside a sterile building buzzing with drones hovering overhead. A frown crossed his face. He wasn't alone in feeling queasy. Nearby, a girl conjured a magnificent fire phoenix, her joy evident as guild members rushed to recruit her. A stranger approached Sonu, smiling warmly and congratulating him on awakening. "How are you feeling?" he asked. The young man stood, admitting he felt sick. The man assured him it would pass soon and asked if he had checked his new skill yet. Sonu frowned, replying he was about to. Suddenly, a status window popped into view. His eyes widened in surprise as he realized he had gained the cloning ability exactly as he'd hoped. He examined his stats, disappointment creeping in at how low his numbers were. Raising an eyebrow, he decided to read the skill's description carefully. The system revealed the maximum number of clones depended on his level. Currently, he could create only one. Thoughtfully scratching his chin, Sonu's jaw dropped when he read there were no special restrictions on using this skill. It could be applied to everyday tasks as well. The stranger folded his hands behind his back, sensing Sonu had finished reviewing his info. "So, how's it looking?" he asked. Sonu admitted it wasn't great. The man smiled reassuringly. "Don't be discouraged. Every newcomer starts with weak stats. What skill did you get?" When Sonu named cloning, the guild rep stared in amazement and grinned broadly. The boy blinked, confused by the reaction. Tilting his head, he asked if the skill was really that bad. The stranger explained that some only got illusion cloning, clones without bodies that couldn't interact physically. Sonu smiled to himself. His clones were different, real and tangible. Raising his hands in a calming gesture, the man said, "This was far better than awakening with no skill at all." He offered to help Sonu demonstrate the skill to nearby officials for proper evaluation. The young man looked around. A crowd had gathered. When he lifted his hand, it instantly turned to stone, drawing close scrutiny from guild representatives. Sonu frowned, feeling uneasy. He asked where the exit was, and the stranger explained that before leaving, he'd need a final scan and registration with the research team.